Hey, what's going on everybody on YouTube? Steve here with Raiken Profit, coming back to you with another video as I finish processing a bunch of books that I'm going to be sending in to Amazon FBA. And in today's video, I wanted to let you know that Greg Murphy graciously created an awesome video just for you guys showing his entire behind the scenes operation. If you had a chance to watch the live interview that we did the other night with Greg Murphy, who's actually $1 million bookseller, which is amazing, he actually promised us about midway through the video that he would send us over a video showing my entire audience his whole operation behind the scenes. And you know, a lot of people say things, they promise you things, but Greg actually delivered, and he just literally sent me this awesome video. It's like 25 minutes of him going behind the scenes, showing all his processes, his whole operation. I mean, it's really, really awesome, and I'm super pumped up to show it to you guys. So I'm gonna transition the video over to Greg right now, and he's gonna show you his entire book selling operation. One thing I wanna mention before you get into the video is, make sure to check the link below in the description. Greg's got a free 3-part video training course all about book selling that's 100% free, and it's really, really awesome. I just finished the series and it's super informative. And if you're looking to get into the book selling business, or maybe you just want to create some new systems and leverage your business and scale it, the videos will definitely help you out. So get that below in the description, and hopefully you enjoy the video. Now here's Greg.
Okay, so right now we're standing on a platform up on our line. Okay, here are our 2 dumpers. This is the way the dumper looks once it empties a Gaylord of books. I actually just finished running this one. Yeah, the warehouse is empty. It's about 5 in the morning. And so I'm a weirdo and I came in and ran this. And so we have the dumper here, and then we have this metal chute that we fabricated. We like to hillbilly it up and keep prices down, so we did it ourselves. What we did is we fabricated the chute, and what this does is it guides the books in to where they don't go off the belt, okay? So, and then the books go down here, they go down this belt, and then there's all these different bins that we toss books into. It's a little bit complicated, but we sort kids' books, we sort paperback recycling, sets, kids' sets that we sell at the book sale, recycling. These are all the books that we're keeping to sell online. And then here's the end of the belt. Here's the recycling that goes on at the end. Fiction, another kids' bookstore bin, a nonfiction bin. Now, one of the things that is a fireable offense at my company is to not label a Gaylord. These large Gaylord boxes. We have material handlers here, and if they don't label the Gaylords, we fire them. And that sounds awful, but if you think about it, if one of these Gaylords is supposed to be books that we're going to list online, that can be potentially, you can fit 1,000 or more books in these Gaylords, and if all those books are selling for 10 or 15 bucks a pop, we're talking about a lot of money. So that's one of the first things that is drilled into my staff's minds. You get one warning, and if you don't label a box again, you're done. So it sounds kind of harsh, but that's how we have to do it. So this is how the line is running here. The books just fall off the end. And I've already cleared this line. This one over here is what the guys left last night after cleanup. So we have these books here. So what they've done is they flip them face down so that the barcode is up so that we can scan the books here. So we would just scan it, and then it would tell us red. That means we want to reject it. And because it's a nice looking kids book, I'm going to throw it in the kids bookstore, which we have a box right here. And yeah, and so we just do that. Each scanner or each station, the guys have to scan 5,000 books a day is the target. So yeah, it's a very fast-paced job. Over here are trash cans that looks like they did a good job. They actually took them out yesterday. We get a lot of junk in here as well. So we get a lot of books, but we also get a lot of garbage, like literally garbage. They just don't sort the books all that well sometimes. We found some weird things like bowling balls and just random things. And my sister who runs our line, so she keeps all kinds of stuff. Her husband gets so upset with her because she brings home all this junk. But this is something that they found. These kind of little tchotchkes, chess pieces. Just all, I mean, they take boxes and boxes of this stuff out of here all the time. So once the books, we find the books that we want, and as a sidebar, these bins are not property of the U.S. Postal Service. Those buttheads came, even though we spend over $6,500 a week on mail, they got really upset that we were using their bins. So yeah, they were jerks. So we had to buy our own. So anyway, so these books go down the line, and then they're scanned and listed by the girls on those computers over there. We have 4 or 5 ladies that work over there most of the time, and in general, yeah, they're listing around 1,000 books a day, merch fulfilled, if they're working the whole time on that, and they don't get interrupted to do other jobs. Okay, so here this is incoming and outgoing material here. Now, when loads come into the building, we label them with a code here. This says KETT 411. So KETT is the code that we use for a particular source, so that we can track it in EdoScan, and 411 is the date that the material got into the shop. So we are able to track all the loads the way that when they come in. So these are this is outgoing material. These are recycling Gaylords, and these have already been scanned, and they're going to go out to a recycling facility to be made into other products. Hopefully more books, but usually toilet paper and paper towels and things like that. These are some of the sets that we made, the bundles. These are golden books. I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen these all the time, but we make a set of 10 golden books, and we sell them for $5 at our weekly warehouse sale. Okay, depending on when you guys are watching this, we're just about to have our spring cleaning sale at the warehouse, where we have buy one get one free for all the stuff in the store, except for these sets. These actually are level readers. I mean, we never can keep these in stock. They sell out every single week, and it's 10 of these for $5. And we sort them by the level. And I'm sure you guys have seen these everywhere, and they're just absolute garbage, right? You guys don't, but we have a way now that we can monetize these books. We also do a food drive for the local community. So if people bring in canned goods or any non-perishable food item, they get a coupon for a free book, which is something cool that we do for the community. This is the buyback station. So we actually ran the buybacks this week, but we give trade credit for books that people, if they're qualified books that people bring in, they trade us. So we give them $1 in trade credit for every 2 books that they bring that we're going to put on our shelves or sell online. And so that brings us a couple $1,000s a week in revenue, most weeks, depending on how successful we are. This is another really cool thing. These are pre-ISBN books, really, really old books. I don't know anything about old books. I'm not really, as much as you'd think, I'm not a super book guy. I read a lot, and I know a good chunk about books, but I don't know anything about collectible books. And so all of these books, we collect them, and we have a local dealer that comes in, and he pays us $60 a Gaylord for the right to go through them and take out what he wants. Then everything that's left, anything that looks nice, we put on our shelves in the Antiquarian section, and anything that doesn't, we recycle. So we get paid twice. These are all books that have been sorted that are going into FBA. They need to be listed and shipped in to Amazon into FBA. So we're a little bit behind, but that does happen from time to time. So now I'm going to show you the way that we actually put the books on the shelf. So when we list books for sale here, they get a little ticket from EdoScan. Okay, so these red carts here are the ones that we use to list the books for sale. So we have bays and shelves and aisles, and in NitoScan we can check out a bay, and then we can list books for sale that way. Okay, so this is the room where we sort the kids' books. Looks like some of the lighting isn't working. But yeah, so we sort, these are kids' chapter books that we sort by, for the book sale. KLM, all the authors' last names are KLM. So we sort of by author's last name. We don't put all the K's together and the L's together and the M's together. We just have a section for KLM. And so since all of our books sell at our bookstore for $1, it's kind of a way to make the books a little bit more organized without adding too much cost, since they all just sell for $1 each. These are young adult books, which are the next step above the kids' chapter books. Okay, in here we have some of our merchant fulfilled shelving. So like we looked at the aisles, the bays, and the shelves, and so all these books we put them on their side so that we can see the numbers easier when we go to pull them. So we would say, aisle 9, shelf bay 3, shelf 2, item number 145. So we come and pull this. And when we pull orders every day, we get a big stack of paper. And all the books are in order when they, by the shelf and bay number, so they're easier to find. This was our old Hillbilly line. The first line that we used back in the day. I say like it's a long time ago, but until like last June or so, we used this line. And yeah, it was kind of a death trap. These are the DVDs that we have for the sale. And there's really no rhyme or reason. They're all $1, so there's really no rhyme or reason how we put them up there. This is our mass market paperback section that we have right here. We have these into categories and things like that. These are our bulk kids books for the book sale that we have. So we sell these for $10 a bag, $10 a grocery bag. People can dig through and find whatever they want. This is just stuff that, they're good books, but they just don't do well. You can't really put them on the shelves because there's no way to really see what's going on. And people love it because they can come in and fit a whole lot of books in each bag. This is our CD section, which again, there's no rhyme or reason to where they go because we just haven't invested the time yet in doing that. So over here, these are all fiction. Okay, so these are all, the sections that we have of books here. And again, so like let's say here, foreign language, sports, history, and business, they're all in the same section. We sort them out as best as we can, but so all 4 of those categories are kind of mixed in together a little bit. So it's just, since all the books are $1, we have to always look at labor cost versus how organized we can be. Religion and Bibles, basically all kinds of sections. So all this is kids' books, just all kinds of books we have here. And again, now we have some more merchant fulfilled books. This becomes an issue though, right? Because these are right by the bookstore books. So we have this, we have caution tape, but we also have like this crowd control barrier. See this little orange rope here, or the orange plastic thing that we have? We run that through to make sure no one can come in here. Which it kind of upsets some of the customers to see these books here that they can't buy. And so we're going to be moving this to a different part of the building soon. Okay, this is our audiobook section. We have some games too, but we have some audiobooks here that we have. We want to expand this section because they sell really well, but right now we don't really have anywhere else to put them. Okay, this stuff here is our the stuff that's been sorted for the sale. So after we sort on the line, we sort fiction and nonfiction that we can't sell online, and so this is stuff that's ready to go on the shelf. So this is fiction, GHIJ, authors with that last name, mystery, religion. Then we have some bulk stuff. All these are the same book, Beautiful Darkness. It's a really long story how we get skids of the same book, and I'd be happy to go into it at another time, but they come from recyclers, and it's a really interesting story. These are all Hunger Games books. They sell really well at the sale. Twilight Saga, whatever the official guide, I don't even know what that is. Yeah, so you guys can understand, I don't know all of what we have. Things change all the time. I have a great staff that handles a lot of this, and it's a family-based business. So my father is my business partner, and my sisters run the shop. So yeah, it's a real family-based company. Okay, so this is our book debinder. Now we use this to cut up books to make more money from the paper inside. So let's see. So this particular book here, it's an old psychology book, and it's not worth anything. But here's the thing: is if I was to recycle this whole, I can get $35 a ton, which is a little bit less than 2 cents a pound for books like this. However, if I was to salvage the paper inside, that can be worth upwards of $100 a ton and more, depending on the paper markets at the time. So, and if I baled the paper, it'd be even more than that. So let me first show you how the debinder works. Okay, so there's a light guard here. Sorry about the noise, but there's a light guard here where if you put your hand through the light guard and then you take it back, it cycles the blade. Okay, now here's another thing. If you move your hand back and then put your hand back in, as the machine is cycling, it will automatically stop. There's also a guard here that blocks it so that you can't cut your hand off. So there's no way at all for the blade to move if your hands are breaking that light guard. So now let's go ahead and cut a book. Now we have just the paper. We have just the paper and the cover. And so now this paper inside, now that there's no contaminants, there's none of this board, none of the glue. Now that there's none of these contaminants, this paper is worth a whole lot more money. But to make this machine profitable, it has to run very, very quickly. That blade never can stop. Ka-chunk, 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 all day long. And so that's something that is a little bit hard to do. So it's a very specialized piece of equipment. So this is upstairs. This is the second floor of the building. What we're eventually going to be doing is moving all of our merchant fulfilled stuff up here. So all of our merchant fulfilled books are going to be up here, as well as the mail room. This is kind of this area also is going to be turned into merchant fulfilled shelves. Right now, I use it as my gym. So these are empty rooms heading to my office. We're going to make one of these one of these rooms. We're going to turn it into like a nursery and a playroom for kids. We're thinking, my daughter and my sister's soon-to-be son, and maybe for the employees too. We might have childcare on site that's open to our staff, or it might just be open to the family. I'm not sure. And this is my office, which is pretty dirty. It stays like that. So my Mac and my other monitor. This is it is a TV, but it's not for watching daytime television. We have it so that I can share my screen in meetings and stuff. People can see what I'm working on. So here we are. This is kind of where the sale would start. So we'd rope it off from here, And then we have the sale in this huge room. We roped that off. That's for employees only. Again, we have the bulk kids. So all this stuff is for the sale. That's our kids room where we have some specialized kids stuff there. So Max, he's our mail guy, and he's also my cousin. Just about everybody here is related to me somehow. But he's so what he's doing is he's printing out. He's going to print out the orders for the day in NitoScan, which is actually a pretty light day today for Merchant Fulfilled. 340 books is what we sold Merchant Fulfilled yesterday. And we've been a little bit light staffed. We lost a few people last week. So basically what happens is we pick the orders, and then they go, all the books go up here on our scale here, and then we put a bunch of, and then when we take a book out, it actually, and then we scan it with that scanner, it actually gets the differential weight. So then we take the book and it goes into one of those padded envelopes, and then it comes over here. So this is all the mail from yesterday. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. Maybe we can get into a little bit more in depth with the mail later on. But yeah, I think that's about it. These are all copies of The Lost Symbol by Dan Brown. We have about another 1,000. So yeah, I think that's about it.